Hi everybody, happy almost New Year. Let's go ahead and we're gonna get started with our meditation. Same way we always do. Students, please go ahead and find a comfortable spot on the floor where you can sit cross-legged or sit with your legs stretched out in front of you. Or if you prefer to lay down, of course, if there's space, and the coaches can let you know if there's space or not, you can lay on your back with your head resting on the floor, your feet resting flat on the floor so your knees are in an upside down V. Facing the ceiling, your knees should be pointing up. What I like to do is set my feet a little wider than my hips and allow my knees to sort of fall in towards each other. That really gives a nice release on your lower back. And for the coaches, if you can, go ahead, dim any lights, quiet any noise, TV, radio, conversations, just for the next few minutes. And we've got hopefully a little nice sound of the rainstorm behind me that can provide a little soundtrack to our meditation today. So for the students, go ahead and close your eyes. You can either just close them gently, or if you have a hard time keeping them closed when you hear different noises around you, you can cover your eyes with your hands. I just really want you to have this experience just being inside, in the moment, in the present, and not worrying about what's going on around you. So let's take a minute and just check in with our breath. And I want you to notice if your breath is shallow or it's deep. Is it fast? Is it slow? Does it feel like it's nourishing, bringing oxygen to all of your cells? Or does it feel like it's just doing the bare minimum and kind of staying almost at the surface? And what we want really at any given moment is slow, deep, nourishing breaths. What you can do to really, if you notice that your breath is shallow, to get your breath deeper, is focus first on a big exhale. Imagine squeezing out all the air, like contracting your belly and squeezing all that out, and then taking a big slow inhale through your nose and expanding your belly like you just ate a big meal, and then exhale out your mouth. Inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. And I want you to just keep doing that while I talk. I'm going to have you do a little visualization and just some thoughts to yourself. So being that this is New Year's Eve and we're starting a new year tomorrow, you know, I'm not a big New Year's resolution person in the way of like a big new year, new me, or making massive changes or huge, big shifts, because those typically are hard to keep up. As humans, the way that we change the most sustainably is in small, consistent bites. So as we're all sitting here, I want you to start to think about one thing that you could do or stop doing in this new year. And I want you to imagine, if you can, the one thing that you could either add or subtract to your current life, behavior, way of thinking, habits, that would have the most positive effect on your life. And when I say positive effect on your life, I also mean positive effect on the lives of those around you. That's very important, to make sure that you're always considering not only yourself, but also those around you. And when we think about this could be something as simple, and it's simple, but it is highly effective, as I'm going to add a morning gratitude practice in my mind every day. I'm gonna every morning wake up and think of 3 things I'm grateful for. It could be something like, I am going to take notice of negative thoughts, and when I have those negative thoughts, I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna take a minute and see what I can turn around into positivity. And when I say negative thoughts, I don't mean having an emotion that is unpleasant, like sadness or anger or frustration. Those are all normal. But I'm saying the thoughts that really start to take over our brain, hijack our brain, where we're no longer able to see clearly. We just start obsessing about something that someone did, or that we think they did, or someone said. And then we're not really in the present moment. We're just obsessed with that thought. So that might be giving that up, or taking notice of those thoughts and doing our best to reroute those thoughts. It could be something as simple as every single day I'm going to give one person a very sincere compliment. So that would be adding something to your practice. Maybe it's every single day I'm going to do 10 minutes of exercise. Just something as simple as some squats and push-ups and sit-ups and lunges. And just do 10 minutes of those in rotation. Maybe you're going to commit to every single day going into whatever class maybe gives you the most challenge, because everyone has a challenging subject or a class in school, and you're going to go in with a very positive attitude and say, I'm here to learn, and I'm going to do everything I can to learn. Maybe it's that you are going to decide that you are going to be the most positive and bright person in any circle, in any space. So whether you're with your family, whether you're with your friends, whether you're with your fellow students, whether you're with your teacher, you're going to decide that of all the people here, I am going to always be a bright light for these people. And sometimes that means being quiet when others are really diving into negativity. Sometimes that means encouraging someone who is having a really hard day. Sometimes that means just telling someone you're there for them if they're having a hard day. That's a very positive act. Or just being in presence with somebody. Or if someone's complaining, saying, hey, well, what do you think we can do to make this situation better? Or is there anything I can do to help make you feel better? Sometimes those really simple moments are incredibly powerful. So maybe you decide that that's what you're going to do this year. But I want everybody to just try to think of one thing. Just one. It doesn't need to be huge. It doesn't need to be, it doesn't need to feel like it's life world changing, but it actually is. Even those small things, even if you just decide to practice gratitude every morning and you commit to that. And if you forget one morning, that's okay. Just do it when you remember later in the day. And then the next morning, find a way to remember. Maybe you write a little note next to your bed that just says gratitude. Or it just says thank you, and you go, oh, I know what that means. That means I need to say thank you for some stuff. So in this moment, I want you to decide what that is that you will do and commit to that. And perhaps next time you have a pen and paper in front of you, you write that down and you keep that next to your bed, or you keep that in your drawer, so that every morning you see that and you say, oh yes, that's right. That's what I committed to. If you do this and you really, really commit to one thing, you are going to change your life. That is not an exaggeration. That is not an overstatement. You are going to change your life. And then if you do this thing for a few months and you go, man, I really got this gratitude thing down, or whatever it is that you decided. I got this 1 minute of meditation in the morning down. It's part of my routine now. You can add something else. You go, okay, well now I'm gonna, now I'm gonna give one person a compliment every day. Or every time somebody does something for me, I'm going to honestly and sincerely say thank you. So then you start slowly adding and building those habits. Once one becomes routine and becomes part of who you are, and you continue doing it, of course, but it doesn't become something you have to think about, then you can add on. So really, in your mind now, cement to that, commit to it, and say, this is what I am doing. I am doing this. You can start today, but certainly start tomorrow. Make yourself a note as soon as you can. Writing something down increases your likelihood of doing it by like 65%. So make yourself a little note. And if you miss a day, if you miss a couple days, if you miss a week, it doesn't matter. Get back on as soon as you notice that you've missed something. So it's not all or nothing. Once you missed a day, it's not that you failed. It's not that you've lost all hope. No, you're human. We all do that. We all commit to things, and then, it's pretty rare that anybody does anything 100%. But the power in this is, as soon as you realize you've missed it, you get back on and you start doing it again. So let's put our left hand over our heart and our right hand over our left hand. So both of your hands are on your heart. And just let that commitment to one step, to positivity, to betterment, to changing your habits and behaviors, whatever that one step is, let that sink into your heart. Imagine that going from your brain into your heart. And know that you have support. Know that you have people around you who want you to succeed, who want you to live the best life you can, and to be your most true, wonderful, authentic self, and to not let silly stuff get in the way of that. Keep coming back to this point. Keep coming back to this point of what one thing are you going to commit to. Don't let the silly stuff, the small stuff, the nonsense get in your way. Don't let anybody else's stuff get in your way. Stay focused. Stay focused on getting better for yourself, on being better for those around you. Let's take one more deep breath together. Inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. I wish you all a beautiful, beautiful 2021. I will be giving you these meditations every week, and hopefully soon we can be back in person doing meditations and cooking together again. I know probably most of the folks here we never did cooking classes together, but that's something that I certainly miss doing and enjoyed very much. But I'm sending you all just a lot of positivity, good vibes, and support, and just know that and remind yourself of that you are supported, that you are encouraged, and that there are a lot of people around you, including all the coaches that you have with you, who really want you to succeed. Happy New Year. I wish you well.